Hey guys, figured I'd chime in and give an update on the build and progress it's made. I probably won't have another update as I'm likely going to play Hero Siege tomorrow, and then after that would probably be Last Epoch when that comes out, so this is probably the last update. But yeah, I'll dive into it. So the biggest change is I pathed over here to get accuracy, and I got a nicely rolled accuracy roll weapon for the suffixes, and then yeah, this basically enabled. Oh, sorry. You got the accuracy tattoos as well on the dex nodes, which gives me my accuracy is ever so slightly higher in my life. So 3750, and this is 3900. So this means when I have this node, I have 50% more or 40% more damage. And then I also picked up these onslaught nodes, which is more movement speed and attack speed. I squeezed in level 21 precision, and then I grabbed this to also enable the auras, and it also actually allows me to swing twice before running out of mana, which is actually a pretty nice quality of life. I also got Enduring Composure, so now I generate endurance charges every time I get hit up to 5, which is a nice little mitigation layer. Um, I don't know if I had the Watcher side last time, but yeah, it squeezes in some more attack damage, which I'm starved for. Flat armor with Granite Flask up. I am at 33,000 armor, which is pretty good. And I also got Aspect of Carnage on my furtive bit and Flesh and Flame, so I have 80% more damage than probably netted like 150% increased damage since last video. I also managed to discover this thing existed, which solved the wither problem for like 95% of cases, and no leech maps or no regen maps. It's not usable, but doesn't happen all that often. And the damage without it is still pretty acceptable. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet flask that I've totally blanked out on tinctures. But yeah, this solves wither. And then also I decided to drop Faith Guard. I decided to go with a rare crafted helmet. Uh, Giving up the prefixes, or not the prefixes, the implicits rather, and then suffixes is pretty hard on the other helmet, especially when I can't really abuse ES scaling as much as I would like on for that helmet to be good. In theory, if you chose a different, like maybe if you chose a spellcaster and you pathed more up here in the tree instead of down here for attack scaling, that other helmet would become drastically better because you would path back through these nodes, specifically this cluster. In this cluster, then you'd theoretically be up here because you'd want these for the spells. You'd be in this range, you'd probably get like 50, 60k ward. But without going past those, I just couldn't get enough energy shield percentage to really matter without like really going out of my way. Then it really didn't make sense. So yeah, swap the helmet. Uh, Spent way too much money crafting this. Just buy one that's like 700 ward, and it will be just fine. Most of your like 98% of your ward comes from the chest, or like 90, whatever that is, like 95. This is a big difference. One other thing I wish I could find would be a this jewel or this brutal restraint or elegant hubris rather with supreme ostentation with I think that I can't remember the number, but one has endurance charge when hit recently. It's enduring composure, but on this node, and one with frenzy. So then I could drop enduring composure for another life percent damage jewel, and then I'd get 2 passive points back, which I could go probably more in the life. And it'd be pretty close to my accuracy limit, which, balancing act. But that would be ideal. 30% increased damage on a jewel is like 6 or 7% more damage, which is quite a bit. The build's starve for increased sources, so anywhere I can get it is pretty meaningful. Other thing, I dropped the shock node, which I believe I mentioned, and I was using the jewel to get a 100% chance to avoid shock. So I was ailment immune. Because I'm running Tempest Shield, I'm already lightning or shock immune, and then I just decided to run the Pantheon to become frozen immune. It's a little anti-synergy again because I'm already stun immune, so like the top portion isn't as good. But yeah, it gave me a jewel socket back, and then saved me a passive point. So, kind of the decision I landed on. The other change was because I gave up the avoid ailment, I could take the intimidate enemies on block for 4 seconds when you block. So this is 10% more damage roughly. So it's a nice little multiplier, and you block all the time. And then something else I didn't really consider in the very pre-planning stages was my plan was eventually to go up to here and get this. But with this, I have so much accuracy, I basically hit all the time anyway, so I just chose to get the 10% more global defenses, which is more damage anyways in defense. Or damage reduction, so that worked out. I got my implicits on my chest crafted, that was a change. And then lastly, the thing I think I would improve on the weapon is potentially hyper late game. You would go with the all life leech from damage or hits from this weapon are instant, which is insane. It's awfully expensive to craft. It'd be slightly less damage than the attack speed roll, but really like an instant life leech is just like broken in many ways. But yeah, I just don't have the funds for it, and I'm probably not going to play long enough to get it, but that's where I would go. I would also veil craft the weapon prefixes, so like for instance right now I just do prefixes or suffixes can't be changed, veil mod it, I hope I get chaos percent or chaos pin, and then whichever one I don't get then craft that on, then hopefully like there's probably a way to do it deterministically to get the flat chaos damage, which would be really ideal, but honestly it doesn't really matter. Like 100 flat chaos damage on your weapon is like almost irrelevant at this point when you have 3,000. It is a damage increase, but it's not good, or like that good. I'd recraft the ring, then put quality on these. Haven't bothered. I also put in a molten shell support. The idea is like because of the way the ward and the gloves work, like having molten shell and cast when damage taken actually pans out pretty well. Oh, I also got Veil Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. So the Veil version, like it's no different besides you just get access to the Veil one, which is a really strong skill. It's an extra button you can press, so it's an extra multiplier. I don't think anything else. Yeah, I don't think any of the other things change. But yeah, I'll jump in. I'll try to do a feared run, so I'm going to do Uber Cortex. I'll try to do a flawless Chilo Breach. I don't know if there's any available. Then I'll do Alluring and then Feared, and you guys can witness that. I'll also do, well, I guess you'll get to see the clear just from this map, or the Cortex, but yeah, the clear is very satisfying feeling. Oh, one other thing I forgot would be also getting Awakened Multi-Strike, but that thing's like 100 damage. I just don't have it, but it is a pretty significant damage upgrade.
Remember me? When we're through here, you won't. Valdo had some ingenious designs hidden in his memories. Observe! Do you remember dying here? You will.
The grip of the infinite.
Feel the pull of the void. What are you? In this, the realm of the past, I am king, and you will bow.
Yeah, the clear, like, when you're clearing maps, I mean, you can just kind of stand wherever the hell you want. They'll just go find enemies. Probably the nicest melee skill I've ever used. The only downside is it's restricted to bases, which is kind of, you know, a little limiting, but yeah, it's just with Shockwave on it too, it's so satisfying. It's the quality of life on clearing is just so good compared to other skills.
I've never seen anything like this. Defeat it for me!
Face your destruction. Be no more.
I've never seen anything like this. Defeat it for me.
No! Impossible! How? This isn't over. This will never be over. I will unify humanity.
That's a pretty boring drop. Alright. Clear the rest of this up real quick for gold.
Oh.
I guess I have to do, yeah, Zeri after this and show up the feared. swear you always had to drop a unique with flawless. What a scam. Alright, let's see what frags I got. Uber's area is like a fucking show. Nothing too exciting here.
Take this vitality boon. A veil of safety and security.
Oh, it's also another nice little thing about playing a chaos attack build is you don't have to worry about the effect at all. So, in the mirror stage, you can just
Take this vitality boon.
aim at whatever you want to. Doesn't matter.
A veil of safety and security.
Oh shit, there we go. That. Hey, there we go. Nice little profit. Okay. Got that done. Craft the feared fight.
Hey.
Alright.
Put on a good show. Take this vitality boon. Handle this, grip of the infinite. Time to up the stakes. A veil of safety, not good.
So one weakness is the fucking Shaper Beam.
Grim terrors. Be healed and fight on. Until next time.
Oh, almost. But
Another round
if
will
you guys
collect as
enjoyed,
soon as I have more combatants.
if you guys have any comments or questions, you know, just put them in the comment, and I'll try to get to them and get you guys' questions answered. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.